Hello everyone, my name is Lancel90 and welcome to my tutorial series on Team Fortress 2 and the various classes you can play. This one in particular will be about the Scout. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at your items. So I'm just going to kind of assume that you're a new player. You probably won't have very much. There's a few cosmetic items that players can get really easily at the start, which is like the Ghastly Gibbous and the Manco cap I think you start with. But for the most part, you're not going to start with any weapons. But we'll go over each one as we get to it. But we'll just start with nothing for now. It's going to be a little bit weird for me because I haven't played without items for a while. Should we do payload? Probably not as the scout. So this is like the next thing you should keep in mind when you're deciding like what class you want to play. And really, Team Fortress 2 isn't about playing whatever class is your favorite. It's about playing what the team needs the most at the time. So payload, one team pushes the cart, the other one tries to stop them. It might seem like the scout might be decent for this because he pushes carts and caps points as if he's two people. He caps them faster and stuff. But generally, everyone has really high, or when you're pushing, the defense is really high at the start. So there's not really a point to play the scout at the start, and then anyone can push the cart in the meantime. So scout's not all that useful on this map, on this game mode. King of the Hill. I haven't actually played King of the Hill much, to be honest. But he'd be good for getting the point capped at the start, but after that he won't be very useful. Attack and defense. This one the scout is pretty good for, because you have to cap 1 point at a time when one team's defending the points and the other one's attacking the points. So we'll do this for demonstrating the scout. And when you pick the play multiplayer button, it's just picking out of Valve's personal servers. It's not going to pick any community servers and stuff. So if you don't want to deal with anyone having mods and stuff, that's the best way to do it. Okay, these... Oh, the team around us. No, never mind. I was about to say those teams were extremely stacked in one side's favor. It might be the best idea to just exit out of a server if it's stacked really badly like that. Okay, so capture all 3 control points to win. First to capture A and B and then move on to C. So as a scout, we have a shotgun that has 6 shots in it. Scattergun, I should call it, that's what it's called. And then a pistol. The pistol's a little bit more accurate than the shotgun, so if you want to shoot people at long range, that's what it's good for. And then a baseball bat. The scout's bat swings faster than the other classes' melee weapons do, because each class has a melee weapon. But it does less damage, so something to keep in mind. Also, as a scout, you need to keep in mind your health is really low. We have 125 points of health, which I think is pretty much the lowest in the game. It might be on par with what the Spy and Sniper has, but there's quite a few scouts. That's not exactly ideal for us.
Mission begins in 30
Or
seconds.
not exactly ideal for the team, I should say. Like I said, it's not really about picking what class you like, it's about picking what the team needs. So if you press the comma key, I think it's set default as a comma, you can see what the layout of units is right now. And we have 4 scouts, that's too many, to be honest. But 1 soldier, 1 demo man, 1 heavy, 1 sniper.
2, 1.
Okay, so I'm just kind of... we move really fast, so... Okay, we're already to the point. I didn't realize the point was this close to us. Killed their engineer. I don't think the red team knows what they're doing, to be honest, but Because I should be dead by now. This point's taking a really long time to cap. And they're right there. Why aren't they capping? Or defending their cap? I don't understand why they're doing that. Oh. Well, that got me. But I capped the point, that's the main thing you need to do as a scout. We're the only one who has any points right now, so that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, since we're the scout, it's best for us to cap. We get ×2 capping speed. That's why while we were standing on it, there was a ×2 at the bottom of the screen on that cap point. So let's go to B now if we can. Okay, so they have a sentry, a sniper. They have a lot of defenses over here, so there's probably not much we can do as a scout for that point. But since this is a tutorial video for the scout, we'll probably continue trying to play the scout, but just keep in mind this is probably the best time to switch to a different class, like the soldier or something. Something that can take out their sentries. Can go to point C back here. Okay, so they have a level 1 sentry back here. Might actually be able to fight that. So yeah, try to keep your distance from people when you're the scout, because everyone out damages you and has more health than you. And plus you can move faster than everyone else, so... Okay, that one got us. As I said, at this point it's better to switch to a different class, but... It looks like our team's capping B anyway, so... We're good for now. And point C didn't have as strong defenses as point B did, so we should be able to rush into point C pretty easily. Other than this... Okay, that was a spy. Point C usually caps faster as well. Ah. We were so close to capping the point, but the NG stepped in. Our team's gonna cap it though, because there's like no one defending that point, for the most part. Or not. I thought they would, but those are maybe the NG got set up or something, but I don't think so. I think our team's just not the best. Yeah, definitely, because all I had to do was just run in here and capture it. This is definitely a game where if your team's not good, you can't necessarily pull it on your own. It's not like Call of Duty where one player can pull the entire team if they're good. This one you can do quite a bit on your own, but you can't do everything. So now we're defending, so now the scout's almost useless, but this might be a good time to talk about items. So over time, you'll find weapon drops. They just automatically happen. It usually happens after you die, you'll get them. And then you can also buy them out of the store with real money if you want. And some of them are really cheap from the store, so don't have to worry about it being too crazy. Looks like there's a vote going on. Vote for the next map. I'll just vote yes. So there's a bunch of different guns. I tend to keep one of every gun that I find, just so that I have it as an option. But some guns drop more often than the other ones. But so some of the basic ones. The first one they added to the game for the scout was the Force of Nature. It fires faster, 50% faster. It knocks the target back, and you. And it has a bigger spread, plus 20% bullets per shot. It does a tiny bit less damage, and it only has 2 rounds in the clip. What it doesn't exactly tell you here is it also reloads faster, is something to keep in mind. So it's actually a very good item. I usually use it instead of the scattergun because it's generally better.
Alert! The control point is being captured.
I think the next one was the Soda Popper. It's sort of the same thing as the Source of Nature, except instead of knockback, it builds hype as you run, which just means Once the meter reaches full, you'll get mini crits for a while. The shortstop has a completely different gun than all the scatter guns and stuff, but it shoots has like 4 rounds in the clip. It is a shotgun. It looks like a pistol, but it's a shotgun kind of thing. 20% bonus healing when deployed. So if a medic is healing you, or if you pick up health, that's what's going to happen. This used to have different stats than this, but they changed it. The backscatter is really new, but it's generally really much garbage. I don't recommend using it at all. You get mini crits when you're shooting people from close range at their back, which at that point you might as well be playing a spy and get one-shot kills. Babyface's Blaster is also one where you need to kind of be a little bit more skilled to use this. When you're shooting people, you get better run speed. It builds up a bar that you get more run speed, and if you jump, you lose that boost a little bit. It has a slightly smaller clip, and at the very start, you don't have quite as much run speed as you would with the scatter gun, but you build up more over time. So we're going to switch this Force of Nature. Pistols. There's pretty much 2 types of items for the pistols. It's just pistols and then these drinkable things. We have the Winger, which has 15% damage bonus and plus 25% greater jump height while it's active. It has a smaller clip though. The Putty Boy's Pocket Pistol has plus 15 more health on you, and you never take fall damage when you fall from a high spot, but you take 50% more fire damage. And I don't know if that's all the time or if that's just when it's deployed. I think it might be all the time. Let's click on it. Okay, I think it's only when it's deployed, because usually they'll say down here stuff like that. Negative effects are always on. The Bonk Atomic Punch, it doesn't actually say it on here, so it's important that I go over this. It makes it so you can't be shot. You evade all damage, but you can't use your guns yourself either while you have it on, so it's really good for like trying to get behind enemy lines to go cap a point. Mad Milk, it covers people with milk. The milk is usually like in quotes because they're implying that it's semen. But when you shoot people who are covered with the milk, you get health back from shooting them. And then the Criticola gives you mini crits after you drink it, and it also gives you a little bit of a movement speed bonus as well. But you also take mini crits when you have it in use. And the Flying Guillotine is just this throwing weapon that causes enemies to bleed. I've never used it myself though, because it's not really as useful as some of these other items. So I'm going to switch to the Winger. And then the Bats. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. Some of these just don't do anything. The Holy Mackerel is the same as the Bat, but when you hit people with it, it'll pop up a little thing up here as if they got killed by it. It'll say they got hit by the fish. A Frying Pan is just a different item that has the same kind of damage as the Bat. The Conscientious Objector, there is a way to put a custom picture on this, but I still haven't figured that out myself, but it's the same as the Bat stuff. So these other ones though do have special effects, like the Sandman was the first one they released for the Scout. When you right click, you fire a ball that if you hit someone with it, it'll stun them. It's kind of hard to pull off, but it is pretty effective when you can do it. You lose some health while you have it equipped. The Strange Atomizer, or just the Atomizer, is strange because it's a special thing. But it lets you jump a 3rd time, because the Scout can already jump twice, which is more than everyone else. But the 3rd jump you can do with this item. You take 10 damage when you do that though, and you also don't swing it quite as fast, and it doesn't do as much damage. The Boston Bastard, if you hit someone, you cause them to bleed for 5 seconds, and if you miss, you start to bleed for 5 seconds. Stone Stick does extra damage against burning characters. I never really used it very much, but it does less damage generally. Candy Cane, if you kill someone with it, they drop a small health pack. But you're weaker against explosive damage. And the Rap Assassin, if you right click it, you shoot a ball that causes them to bleed if you hit them with it. Does a lot less damage. Fan of War, when you hit someone with it, it means they'll start taking mini crits. It has a very huge damage penalty though. So we'll switch to the Sandman just to practice around with. Luckily, we weren't exactly. Yeah, this is a spy. You can tell if someone's a spy if you get stuck on them. Our team did really good because we weren't even playing.
That's what I'm talking about. Mission begins in 60 seconds.
Okay, now we're attacking again, so the scout's kind of useful again. So, since we can't really do anything during the setup phase, I'll go back to the item screen. We have cosmetic items that you'll possibly find. They're a lot more rare than the weapons are. You can also craft them, but that takes a lot of items in general to break down into scrap parts to craft stuff with. But yeah, you see I have all sorts of options here because I've been playing this game for quite some time. But I'm going to equip the Bill's hat because it's a very expensive hat. It's like $40 if you want to buy it with real money. Boston Boombringer is a pretty cool item as well. Track Terrorizer. Action slots sometimes have interesting effects, but usually just during like holidays and stuff where they do anything, but you can still equip one if you want. It adds the book in this case. Cosmetics are basically just to show, hey look, I've been playing this game for a long time. Dang it. Oh, okay, there's a sentry there that time. So I need to go to the right side to get past that sentry. Point B kind of seems unprotected by the fact someone's capping on it. Okay, so let's go this way. Okay. I'm really low on health right now. Yeah, that was gonna happen. So I don't know if you saw there, because I didn't really mention it while I was playing, but you can see that when we're really close up to someone with the Force of Nature, we do quite a bit more damage than we did with the Scattergun. But basically it has a lot less range because of the extra spread. I kept that guy back for a while. It takes them a little bit to get the point uncapped. You can see that the point A is like slowly going less blue. Excuse me. So the cap progress we can make is pretty good. Oh. Oh, I need some health. Okay, so since we need health, we're having trouble with our health. We're going to switch to the Mad Milk. Now, of course, as a new player, you might not have all this stuff, but eventually you'll get it, so it's best you kind of know what strategies to use with the items. So they are pretty important. Oops. The wrong way a little bit. keep this milk ready. No, I don't think I hit him with it. Our team is not really helping us very much, to be honest. We have an AFK heavy, an AFK sniper. Oh crap. Okay, so I'm having trouble getting through now because they got their base set up better. Okay, we're never gonna get through now. Pretty sure we lost, but I did switch to the bonk now. And with the bonk, as long as we time it well. I'm not sure if this is the right one. This might be the Criticola. Oh no, I think it's the bonk. Let's see if we can't take any damage. Until it wore off. But it got them distracted for a little bit. In some cases, maybe the team could catch up and kill people, but they're not going to do it this time because they don't know what they're doing. So I think the better idea right now might be to go harass them at their spawn. It's a typical thing for scouts to do. Just trying to grab that health before he could grab it. Dang. Whoa! So they have 3 engineers then? Is that what I'm getting out of this? Didn't expect there to be anything in their spawn. Okay, our team is just not doing anything. In fact, we're locked in our spawn right now. So in the interest of us not getting killed at the end of the round,
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
or just to be a troll.
5,
Can I go up there? No.
4, 3, 2, 1. You failed.
Oh well. Oh well. This map wasn't exactly the best one to be a scout because it was all indoors. Scout is a little bit more enjoyable when it's outdoors. But yeah, you can expect to get killed a lot as a scout. You're not really doing very much killing. You're mainly there to cap. This one's outdoors.
Eat my dust.
That was our taunt. If we click on this little movie reel here, we can set our taunts. I have two special taunts, which is the Schadenfreude, it's just you laugh,
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
and then the Shred Alert is a guitar. If you press X and 5, you can say need a dispenser here, which is the Scout's trademark line.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
Yeah, dispenser.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No one seems to be guarding this route, but probably gonna die. Just heads up. Oh, I bonked him from that far away. See how it stunned him? And now we're dead. That was still an awesome bonk we did, though. We got it from so far away that we got the moonshot, which completely stunned someone. Compared to the normal stun, it just makes it so they can't use their weapons. Whoa, that was a good hit. Like, we can't really cap the point until the sentry is now. What I can do is I could use the bonk. Ugh. That did a lot of damage to us. There's another sentry that got us quite a bit of damage. I'm gonna distract the sentry again. Whoa! Okay, that was one of the items that just dropped after we died. That was for the heavy, though. I tried to make the sentry kill the NG, because the sentry can do friendly fire to the NG. It didn't quite work. Yeah, we really need to switch classes right now, but it's a tutorial for the scout. Has a suspiciously good shot with his grenade launcher, I have to say. There's no one gonna be able to blow up this sentry. I need some health, so I'm gonna go back to the spawn. There's always health in the spawn, by the way. If you go up to that thing, you'll get full health. Dang, that's so many NGs. That's actually smart of them. Usually there's not so many NGs. I haven't been seeing this many NGs lately, so... Okay. Finally, the rest of the team has done some stuff. Okay. I was hoping to kill that NG at least before he got to put his thing down. Almost out of time for this episode, but since there's like 5 minutes left in the mission, it said, I guess I can try for a little bit longer. I'm mainly just trying to distract the sentries and stuff. I know I can't get to the cap right now because there's too many sentries. We need an NG to build a teleporter. By the way, if you're a scout, don't use the teleporter just because you're fast enough, you shouldn't have to. Oh, come on. I should have been able to get in that hole. There was too much knockback from the sentry. Yeah, I don't usually play the scout myself because, like this, in this case, our team is too incompetent to do any push the thing by themselves. I really need to be a combat class if I'm going to get anything done for the team. I don't exactly know how that happened. Yeah, I guess all I got is with a... Oh, what's it called? I don't recall what it's called. The, flare gun. I was hoping to make it kill the NG, but it's not working. I might have distracted him long enough for this guy to kill the sentry gun. Because someone blew up a sentry gun I saw. And now the entry's building, but it's going to be too late. We're just camping their spawn now, because... Oh, that was a little bit dumb. I think the capture point was open, wasn't it? Yeah, I got distracted. Oops. It's probably too late to cap now. I'm sure they reset up. Spy sniper. Oh god, we're stuck. No! No! The knockback on the sentries is sometimes a little bit insane. I should have capped when the sentry got destroyed. I wasn't paying attention. I took the teleporter there because it doesn't matter at this point. We lost already. I just want to troll him a little bit longer.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
Yes, so like I said, this game you can't just play one class. You're gonna lose every time. You got to change classes. In this case, the scout just wasn't what we needed. So, the next episode we will talk about the next class, which is the soldier, which I'm a lot better at. So, it should go a lot smoother. I hope y'all enjoyed and have a good day.